Hello friends. So this little ditty is for CJoy, but it's also for anyone who feels like that area, the bra line is what most people associate it with. Whether or not you wear a bra, we've probably seen that and can correlate it to our own body. Think mid-thoracic. You got your two scapula, and usually it's that area that's just below it, that kind of band right there. So we were talking about, and I was trying to describe it on the phone, but that's near impossible. So I'm just going to make a little video and post it. We're going to start on one hip. Legs can either be stacked, kind of like a mermaid. I like to put my top foot in the arch of my bottom foot, my ankle, right, of my top foot, and or maybe you prefer to have them separate. This really doesn't matter. This is just whatever feels okay, whatever feels comfortable in your body, right? And then that top hand comes out, bottom hand, sorry, comes out a little bit, so you have kind of a triangle. I'm going to bring my top hand up behind my head. It doesn't pull or anything like that. It's just a placement. Take an inhale. With an exhale, you're going to drop that elbow down and in towards the other arm. And inhale, bringing that up. And exhale, go ahead and start to bring that down and in. Don't use muscular action. Let it be pretty loosey-goosey. I mean, obviously, we're moving. Some muscles have to be used, right? Of course. But use as little as possible, and don't let it be that you're reaching for anything right now. It's just a dropping in, as it were. Now the next time that we come down and in, we're going to circle. So circle away from the thighs, up to the sky, to the thighs, etc., right? Go ahead and circle. Do two one direction, and try not to speed through this. Try to really find little edges. And go the other direction when you're ready. Close the eyes instead of watching me and tune inward, what's happening in there. And then the next time you end up finding that elbow down and in, you can play with it moving a little more in, a little bit away, a little forward towards the fingers or towards the thigh. Kind of find that spot where you're finding, I'll say the sweetest, I'll put that in air quotes, the sweetest spot, and breathe into it. And then we're going to bring that top hand to the ground simply to lower down to the forearm. And if we're trying to soften things, why on earth, I see it all the time, people are like, you know, but use less muscular action, right? Keep it as soft as you can. Take an inhale and exhale. When we do all that kind of stuff all the time, I wonder how much that plays into inhale up. Maybe some of these areas feeling tight or restricted. And moving down and in. And the next time we come down and in, we'll move into those circles. So it's the same actions, but notice how this usually for most folks will shift it, right? Maybe you circle away from the thighs, up and over, and you'll do two one direction, and then you're going to reverse that. You're going to two the other. You're at home. You can click pause, and you can do 5 each direction. You can do, you know, maybe one feels better on one side, and so you do more on that side because that's the tighter side. I like to remind people, if everything that we do in this sequence goes into the area at your lower right shoulder blade, well, gosh, that sure gives you a lot of information about an asymmetry that's happening in your body. Again, that last little bit, just kind of reach the elbow and find the sweetest spot, the spot that needs the most loving care today. Breathe into it. And then we're going to bring the hand down to push the floor away. Let the legs come out in front of you. Just for good measure, bring the hands back. And I don't always say this, right? But you're going to point your fingers towards you, and you're going to bend the elbows and let the spine kind of round back behind you. And then inhale, shoulder blades move in to reach the chest up. So think cat-cow, right? But when I do, it's one of the few times I'll say you can let your shoulders move up to your ear, and you can really let that mid-thoracic, aka bra line, the mid-thoracic kind of hang down almost, right? Move down. And then from there, we'll come on up and we'll switch to the other side. So legs on over to the other side, make that triangular shape. Top hand behind you, inhale. Exhale, bring that elbow down and in. Inhale it up. And if you have sensitive wrists, you could just do the forearm version the whole time and not have this upper version. But again, bring your awareness. Notice, where do you feel this? I ask tons of people, I ask people I work with when they're doing things like this, where do you feel it? Most people tell me, my body included, that it's at the bottom tips of the shoulder blades. Next time you're down and in, start your circles. And when you drop the forearm to the ground, most people find that that moves it down into the mid-thoracic, that band beneath the lower tips of the shoulder blades. Now, if that's not the case with you, it's okay. It doesn't mean that you're, not okay or you're a bad human or anything like that. You just notice your pattern. And then the next time that you are down and in with that elbow, again, play with it. Reach it a little away, a little forward, a little kind of find that place, right? And breathe into it. And then we're going to bring that top hand down to make the transition. It doesn't take but a second, and it's gentler on your body. And aren't we trying to be gentle right now? Bring the elbow down and in. And inhale up. When I say those things, I never come from a mean place. And I say and repeat them because I swear, no matter how many times I say them when I'm teaching in live classes, and I look out, I see people muscling through or doing the things that I'm saying, right? Even though I'm saying don't do it. And go ahead and reach it away. And I don't think it's a control thing. I got a lot of control issues, but for me it's more like trying to teach everybody that you don't have to always push through things. And there's a different quality that comes to our practice when we don't do that. Different benefits our bodies get. Going the other way. And for those of us who do push and muscle through and all the stuff, chances are great that we need something different in order to keep us balanced. Next time you're down and in, find the spot. Breathe into it. And bring that hand down, push the floor away, and come on up. And I'm going to leave it at that. I had done a slightly longer video for that upper body, but somehow the camera didn't keep it, probably on my end, not the camera's. But so I'm going to do just that for right now, and then I'll try to get another sequence made, if not later this week, maybe next week I'll put another one in there for that area of the body. And I also made another shorter sequence for post-workout for people who are running, biking, and getting active again. So that'll be out later this week too. Namaste.